So we have this text box, so we are going to write it with the title. Before we put a background picture on our first slide, a background picture about entrepreneurship. So you can see this is our slide. I minimized through here so that I could be able to see the whole section easily. So this is the section that I'm going to have. Remember this font 32, and 32 is this small, so we need to make it a little bigger. So I'll go for double that. So let me go for maybe 64 and see how big it is. 64 is much better. So once I do that, I'll click here and find a good font. Maybe I can go for Aptos Black. Remember, right now I have a freedom to select any font, but when you're told specifically to pick a certain font, make sure you check it right here, font style. So once I do that, I'll click center alignment, make it bold. I can choose a color for our title, but no need for now. So I'll type entrepreneurship. So this is going to be the title of our presentation. I want it to be positioned almost down there. Then on this background, I'm going to put a picture that portrays entrepreneurship. So I'll click insert. Then I'll go to pictures. I can search from online for now. Remember, it's only slide 1 that I want to put a background picture, but the other slides I want them to remain color white. That is why I didn't go to design background. If I want to design background, the background that I would have selected, it would have appeared in every slide, and I don't want that to happen. That is why I've gone to only insert picture. So because it's entrepreneurship, so I'll type business so that I can easily get a picture from online. So we have pictures here. So remember, my slide is in landscape, whereby the height is shorter than the length. But if it was in portrait, I would have gone for a portrait picture. So I'm searching for a landscape picture amongst these. So I can go for maybe this one. No. Let me go for if I don't see a picture I need, I can check another one. Let me type bakery. Yeah, this one is much better. So I can go for this, insert. So I've inserted a picture from online, and I'm going to work on this picture so that it fits on my slide, and I'll ensure the text appears in front of the picture. So because I'm connected to the internet, the design options have been activated here. But for your case, you might not be connected to the internet, meaning you might miss using these options. As you can see, they have taken care of the text that we had typed and conformed it to the picture, but I don't want to use this one. So I'll just close here. And then now remember, there's a picture here. At the back of the picture, we have the text that we had written. So what I need to do once I select this picture, I need to send it backwards. So I'll click this arrow and then I send back. So the text will come to the front. Here is the text. But if I want to hide the text, I'll click on the text and send it shape format, send it also back. It will go behind the picture. Okay, but for now we want this text to be visible. So remember, this text is not very visible for the audience. So people are going to watch our slide. If I click on this slideshow and then I start from the beginning, you can see this text is not visible. So we need to make it visible. This is where the use of a shape applies. This is where now we need to utilize shapes. So what I'll do, I'll click insert, then I'll go to shapes. I'll pick a shape with rounded corners, this one. Then I'll start from here. I'll draw it right there. So this shape, I'll send it behind the text. So I'll click here and then activate send backward, send backward. So if I send backward once, it goes behind the text. Then using the arrows on the keyboard, I can adjust it. So once again, if I click on slideshow from beginning, I can be able to see there is slight change, but it is not perfect enough. So I need to make this shape a better color and also a bit transparent. So I'll click escape on the keyboard. It's on the left upper part, ESC, so that I go back. On my keyboard, left side upper part, you'll see ESC. I'll click once so that I go back. So I'll click on this object. I'll make sure it is the object. You'll be able to see a shape format. But if it was the text box I selected, if I select the text box, so here we need to be very keen so that we select the right thing. So shape format, you can see right now this is the color we have and an outline of color black. This is what we have. But on the text box, it's different. So this shape, I need to make it much better. So if I click on shape format, so that I can work on it, we have shape styles here. I think we can go for these colors. So we have different colors. You can pick one of these ones. This one is much better. So if I click on slideshow from beginning, you can be able to see now our title is much better visible. So we've done with the first slide. So I'll click on the next slide and then I start off my presentation. So remember what we are learning is about entrepreneurship. So we can start maybe with the definition. So I'll click there and then pick a larger font style, font size. You can go for 64. And then I'll click bold, 64 bold. So I'll write definition. If it is too big, I'll select the entire work and then I reduce. Maybe I go for 48. So we want to define definition. So what is entrepreneurship? You can see that font style is much smaller. So I can go for a half of this that we used on the title. Remember on the title we used what? 48. So I can type with 24. That is a half of this. So I'll click here and go for 24 and I'll make it bold. So I'll say it's the art of establishing own business it involves setting up a small or large enterprise where you can offer a service or sell products in return for an income. That is just a short description from my own understanding, so don't worry much. It might not be very accurate, but at least that's an idea. So next I need to insert a picture that shows somebody carrying out entrepreneurship. So I'll click on these pictures. You have different pictures and icons. For now we can try icon. In case you didn't have these options, let me delete it so that you can be able to see how you will insert an icon. In case you didn't have that option, you'll just click insert, then you come to icons. Icons, you'll go to the option for business. Then at the business section, you can be able to get business presentations. So here I'll type business. So that we can see cutouts that present business. So this is what we've gotten from there. Then now I can enlarge. So let me close this automatic designer. Need just to enlarge this. Need to enlarge it. So this is what we have. Then I can also click. I'll go to graphic format. I can be able to change the graphic. I can be able to convert to shape that you can edit individually. So let me convert to shape so that they are separate. It's like I'm regrouping. So if I click on this one, I can be able to format that shape. I can give it a color. I can click on this. I can be able to give it a different color. I can click on this. I can be able to give it a different color also, so that to make this presentation more lively. Now it looks much better. So if I click on slideshow and I start from current slide, this is what we are going to have as our first slide. I can also click on one of these. Then I select the others also. I make sure that I've selected all. Shape format. Then we have this option here whereby we can combine. We can make them one. Under shape format, after I selected all shape format, I can be able to combine so that they are all as one with a common color. So if I go to slide 2, maybe I can do type of entrepreneurship or type of entrepreneurs. So I'll go still for size 48 types of entrepreneurs. Select all, and then I make it uppercase and bold. So this means it is too big. So what I need to do is to reduce it to maybe 38 or 36. So if it is 36, I need to type here in size 18. So I'll click, I'll make this size 18, bold. So what are the types of entrepreneurs? So let me check on Google. Types of entrepreneurs. We have small business owner, social entrepreneur, scalable startup, large and innovative. What about types? 5 types of entrepreneurs. We have the innovator, the hustle entrepreneur, the imitator, the researcher, and then we have buyers. So these are the 5 types. Let's also check the 3 common types of entrepreneurs. We have the creator, the builder, the operator. 4 types. We have small business of types of entrepreneurship: small business, scalable startup entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, and large company entrepreneurship. So these are the definition based on type of companies. So I can copy this, I use it for the purpose of this class. So I'll right click and then I will paste. I'll not paste with the first option, I'll use the second option that says I'll use the third option. The first option says use destination dim. Second says keep source formatting. I don't want to keep that. The last one says just text. So I'll go for the last one. So these are the entrepreneurships that we have. So I'll select all these together and then increase like that. Then right here, I'll just click once. I'll go to bulleting up here and then I pick a type of bullet. Then I'll click on the next one. Also insert this one also. I'll click here and also let me select all. Yeah. So I want each to have a bulleting. So these are the 4 different types of entrepreneurs that we are working along with. So here on this second slide, I'll insert an image to represent that. What if you were to insert a video? In case you were to put a video, let me first erase this. The first thing you need to do is to search where the video is, so that we copy that URL link, the internet link. So I'll click here, then I'll go to maybe YouTube and type types of entrepreneurship. So this is from the YouTube. So I'll right click and then I copy this, or let me first open. So I've opened. Let me cancel the noise.
You know, Alexer, these days it's...
So I'll right click as the video plays, and then I'll copy video URL, then I close. So once I do that, I'll click here, then I'll click insert. I'll go to video, insert video. So I'll search for video. Once I click here, I need to insert a video. This media, and the media here, I'll see video. Then I say online video. So the next thing I'll do is to insert the link, is to paste the link. So in this section, we'll right click and paste. Once I paste the link, it will show me the video. Once it shows me the video, I'll click insert. So this is the video from YouTube. So I'll click on the video, then I will make it smaller so that it fits on this section. So this is the video that is going to play when we reach on slide 3. Then I'll go to slide 4. I select another title, 48. Benefits of entrepreneurship. Of course, there are benefits for entrepreneurship. We'll go for a smaller font size, maybe 36, 32, 28. So 28, I'll take it up. So what are the benefits for entrepreneurship? Number 1, independence. We have freedom of work. Inspires innovativeness. Motivates business owners. Helps you to discover your ideas. So those are few benefits of entrepreneurship that we can use now. So I'll select also that, and then I'll put numbering for now. So that is what we've done. Then here I can select and put a picture now, online picture. This is from the computer, no need. So I'll search for an online picture from stock. So I can go for a picture maybe for this lady here. Or this doctor. So that's the picture we've identified. We are almost finishing. So I'll make it smaller also, that it can fit. We had already selected this one, but I can go for that. Or I can just erase this so that we remain with this one. What about if you want to format the picture? You click on the picture, you'll come to picture format. Then you have crop. You can crop your picture to any shape. Different shapes that we have here. So your picture will take up any shape, or let me undo. You can also format it to styles, different styles. You have different styles that you can format your pictures so that your slides looks much better. So we have to end now the slide. So this last option here, we can say maybe presented by. So here maybe I can put a picture stock image, just to appreciate the audience at the end of the presentation. So that was simply our design. Maybe if you are told to change this color from white to another color, just click on design. Then under design, you go to format background. Under format background, you can choose a solid or a gradient. The gradient, you can be able to pick the gradient color type, maybe that one. From there, you can apply to all. It will apply to all backgrounds. And then you can do a slideshow from beginning so that you can be able to see this presentation. So this will be the first slide, this will be the next slide, that will be the third slide, fourth, and then lastly fifth slide. So remember, when I was moving from slide to slide, there were no transitions. So I'll click here once, then on my keyboard I hold Control, then I click second, third, fourth, and fifth. After I do that, I can now go and click on transition. We have different types of transitions. Then we can pick on one of these. So let me go for this one, cut. So if I play my slideshow, let's see how they will behave. So those are my transitions. Let me check on another one. Another transitions that we have. Let me go for checkboard. Yeah, you can work with checkboard. So if I click on slideshow from beginning, that is what happens when we move from one slide to another. So what about animation? For animation, you have to work on them on each specific slide. So I'll start with slide 1. What do I want to see first? The first thing I want to see is this picture. So I'll click on the picture and then animation. I'll click the first one, maybe appear. Then I need this shape. This shape, I can say fade. Then I need this text box to be the third one to appear. This text box, I can say fly in. So I'll start with appear, fade, fly in. Then I go to the next slide. The first thing I want to see is the title. Once I see the title, I want it to appear. Then I'll go to the text. This text, I want it to fade. And then these objects, I want it to fly in. I'll do the same. You can see here, the first one to appear, you'll be able to see. The second, the third, and then the fourth. So also here, the first to appear, I want it to be this title. So I'll say appear. The second one is this text. I'll give it fade. Then the third one is this, which I'll give it fly in. So that is what. So we go to another one. So this is the first to see appear. Then I go to this text box, fade. After which I'll go to this image, fly in. So you can see this is the first to appear, second to appear, third to appear. Then we have here title to appear first. Then this text box to fade in. Then lastly this one to fly in. So the first one to appear, second one to appear, third to appear. So I'll click on animation again from beginning. That's what we have. After which we shall have what? A picture. This picture will bring a shape. After shape, you'll get the title. So when you're presenting, you should be able to understand timings for your animations, your slides. So remember now we've put manual, but we are going to set it to be automatic. Then I'll click next, transition to slide number 2. What I see first is the title, definition for entrepreneurship. Then the notes. The notes will keep on appearing as we click, then the object. So that is the same process that we are going to see from slide to slide. The video is going to play also. So after all these notes have come up, we'll be able to see the video playing. So let me go back to the previous slide so that we can see how the video plays also. So when you're presenting your slideshow, so once your notes comes up, So here is the video. You can see it is
You know,
going to
Alexa,
play
these days it seems like
because it's connected to the internet. It is connected to the internet. So that is PowerPoint. So once again, I'll select all these slides and then I'll go to animation, transition. So in this transition, what's the duration? I want them to appear after every how many seconds? Let me say 5 seconds. After every advanced slide, after every 5 seconds. What the duration? I don't want it to be longer, just 50 seconds, 25 seconds. Apply to all. So let's see the timings that we've put. So that is our PowerPoint. You can see it is now automatic. It's now automatic. After every 5 seconds, it automatically goes from one slide to another. The video will also play automatically. You can see. So remember, on slide number 3 where there is a video, you can prolong the time to accommodate the duration for the video. So that is PowerPoint. What about the header and footer? So you can click on insert, select all your work, click on insert, then you have header and footer. You can specify the header, notes and handouts. You can also type in the footer, then you can type whatever information, maybe your name. So in the footer there will be information on the header. You can activate this. You can type maybe also your name. So then you say apply. So every slide will have your information at the header and also at the footer. So slideshow from beginning. So that is PowerPoint, and I hope you are going to learn on this. So let me save this work. And then close. So my work is saved here as lesson 1. It is 31 kilobytes. So I hope this lesson is going to help you become better. And let me see your questions and have a lovely day.